Hello everybody, good evening and welcome into High Button Sports as we get set to bring you this game between the Halifax Hawks and the Bedford Blues in the U15AA division. It's provincial qualifying time of the season now as both these teams try to fight for a spot in provincials. About to get set underway here at the Centennial Arena, and this puck is dropped. We are good to go. So off the opening face-off, Halifax with possession here. Brought back into the zone now by Bedford. It's dumped in there. Now played in the corner by the Hawks. Kept it to the line there by Bedford, but a hard hit there away from the puck. Another big collision there in the corner as Bedford going flying here early in this game. Now dumped back into the zone by the Blues as they go off for their first change. This one is Halifax is going to pick it up in their own end now and work it up through the middle. Sent down the other way though, and it's going to go for an icing against the Hawks here early in this one. Halifax 1-0 so far in the provincial qualifying round. Bedford, this is their first game, so looking to get off to a strong start here for them, but 5th place overall in the regular season for Bedford. Meanwhile, Halifax with the 3rd place finish, so some pretty even teams here today. Set to be a good game as Bedford lifts it back in deep into the Hawks zone. Now spinning and firing from a sharp angle, they score! Quick shot there from a sharp angle, just beats the goaltender from the side and finds its way to the back of the net. It might have went posting in there. But either way, Bedford strikes first as they find the back of the net here early. And the Blues lead at 1-0. Not even a minute into this game. So an early tally on the scoreboard for the Blues as they get off to the quick start that I was just talking about. So up 1-0 now in the first period as they lay a big hit there just in front of the Halifax bench, now picked up by the Hawks as they work it the other way. Now moving in the offensive zone, another sharp angle shot. That one's kicked to the side by the right pad. Halifax staying in possession here though. Now lifted to the opposite corner. Both teams battle for it here as it's tied up against the wall. Puck not moving here as it's locked up in the corner. Now finally comes free to the Blues. Taking this one in their own zone. Sent over to center. Now brought back in the offensive zone by Bedford. Cutting in with a deke. A bit of space. The shot just lifted high up and over the net there. Might have got a piece of it with the glove there. Halifax's goaltender. That one came up to the line. Now Halifax able to move it through the middle. Up the right wing. Working in with the shot. Kick pad save there. Another one. Kicked aside. Now almost turned over at center there. But Bedford able to get it through the middle. In the offensive zone, they play it down low. Turn to the corner with the stick. Now Bedford trying to pick it back up, but it's taken back by Halifax. Sent to the line, but kept in. Down low, try to clear it once again, but cannot as it's fanned on. Now sent back out in front. Pass broken up there. Now off a change, we're going to see a whistle here. And I believe a penalty is going to be called. As play is stopped here, we're going to see our first power play of the game, it looks like. A head contact call going against the Halifax Hawks, and so Bedford heading to the power play here after taking that 1-0 lead early on in the first. They get 2 minutes of power play time here to build on that and maybe jump on top by 2. Off the face-off, they take possession. Now sent back out in front. It comes to the front of the net there, but knocked away. Now kept into the line by the Blues. Picked up now in the corner, spinning with this one. Tried to fire that one out, but came to the line and was kept in. Hogan works it down low now, fires one on the save made. Rebound comes out though. At the point, firing a shot. That one's blocked, comes back to Hogan now at the line. He plays it down low. Now gets the pass back off the boards. Taking at the point, he turned that one over though, and Halifax looking to clear. They can't though, as it's kept in. Strong play on the line there by Hogan to keep that puck in after turning it over. And now sent back out to the opposite point for Bedford to work it in. Firing a shot there. That one's off a body and wide. Puck finally comes out now as Halifax able to get the clear. Just over a minute into this power play now. Brought up the other way by the Blues, taken down at center there, so Halifax will grab that puck back. Sent down once again by the Hawks here. 45 seconds to go on the power play for the Blues here on that early head contact call going against the Hawks. Sent in on net, but deflected into the corner. 30 seconds now to go on the man advantage. Played back out to center. Halifax looking to kill some time here before they send it down once again, and they do. Picked back up by Bedford, though. Time winding down in the power play. 15 seconds to go on the early power play. Brought back into the zone by the Blues as that shot just goes wide. Now some play at the side of the net. Puck tied up and eventually covered up. Halifax's goalie able to get the glove on that one to get us a whistle here with 6 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Blues. .39 still to go in the first period here as we're only early on in this one. Bedford with the 1-0 lead though so far here in the first period as it's sent out to the line but kept in. Back to 5-on-5 now as out of the box come the Halifax Hawks. Now brought back the other way as it's at the line but offside there as Mann got in a bit early for Halifax and so whistled down just after coming back to 5-on-5 now with 10:22 to go in the first period. Face-off one there by Mann for Halifax as he gets that one back to the D, now brought in through center. Bedford taking it back in their own zone now. A backhand pass gets it through the middle. Slid up through center. Now back down low in the Blues zone as they chase after that one in their own end. Getting it to the middle, but stopped there by the strong defense of the Hawks as that's back in the Halifax zone, but they take possession here with it. Now behind the net, it's swung out to the corner. Picked up by Halifax. It's Mann with some speed on this one. He plays it back to Poulsen, but he lost that puck, and now Bedford the other way, maybe with some numbers here. An odd man rush for the Blues, 3-on-2. Working it up, but going to be offside there, and a late shot after the whistle. Halifax will take exception to that, but referee's kind of getting in the way of things before anything can go down there, but a late shot from the Blues after that offside call. One of the unwritten rules of the sport of hockey. Not something that a defending team would take kindly to, especially when you're losing in a game that means so much like this one. Provincial qualifying, so much on the line here, so looking to gain any edge possible, whether that be physically or on the scoreboard. Sent around now as Bedford looks to keep it in. It's at the half wall, comes to the line now, but Halifax is going to carry it through. Brought into the zone, but take back out as Thompson goes back for it now. In his own end, he fires a pass across. Now on the wall. Bedford steals it away in the offensive zone now. Checked hard in the corner, but puck turned over. Thompson with a nice move there to shake his defender. Now he works up the ice with some space. Thompson working it in. Still in possession here as he finally has that puck chopped off his stick, but a nice display of some offensive skill there from Thompson to work his way up through the defense of the Blues as a defenseman himself, showcasing some of that offensive skill there. Sinclair takes his man down at the line, and now Bedford back in possession here. At the blue line, firing a shot on there. That one's just high and now dribbles past the side of the net. Sharp angle shot this time, able to make the save there. So puck stays out and it's played to the opposite corner. Shot on from the point there was fanned on. Now Halifax the other way, maybe a 2-on-1 if they can hurry. Bit of confusion at the blue line there. Now a hard hit as knocked down. Looked like it was Gavis who got sent to the ice, but it's going to be a head contact call going against the Blues, I presume, here after that big hit. So Halifax is going to get their first power play chance of this game as Bedford will sit. 8:02 to go Still in the first period now, so just under halfway through the opening frame. Bedford sends it out immediately off that opening face-off here on their first penalty kill of this one. Spinning and firing it all the way down the ice as they'll knock some time off the board here on this 4-minute double minor for head contact. So a big chance here for Halifax to get back in this game and tie things up after going down early in the first. They've got 3:45 about to go of power play time here to even things up. So working it from the side of the net, shot out in front, but knocked away by the Blues and now sent down the ice by Bedford as they get it clear here. 3:20 to go on this power play. Comes back to Bedford and they're able to clear once again. This time they only get it up to center, but still a lot of time getting killed off this clock here on the power plays. Halifax not able to get too much going here early on as we cross 7 minutes remaining here in the first period. Fired down by Pino now as he gets it low in the zone. Fired up the other way now, and here comes the Hawks. On the offense here, looking to get things started on the power plays. They have struggled here early on. Minute 15 into this man advantage as it's fired down low off a body though. Ends up in the corner. Now back out at the line. Puck came out and it's going to be offside there as it just came outside the line. Unable to keep it in there was McKenzie, and so we're going to get a whistle on a stoppage with 6.5 minutes remaining in the first period. 2:30 to go on this power play for the Hawks as that head contact call was made just a minute and a half ago. Bedford the penalized party on that one after their first power play of the game was unsuccessful. Halifax gets a crack at it now as they work it in through center. It's dumped in. Now fired down the ice as Bedford gets once again another clear here. Halifax struggling to move this puck out of their own zone as Bedford's been strong on the line so far in this one. Poked at but missed, and now a chance for the Hawks to work it in. Tripped up at the line, now brought back in Gavis. Gonna dump it around. Picked up on the opposite side. Halifax with a bit of possession here and there on the offensive zone as they look to get things started on the power play still. McKenzie fires a pass down low. The shot from a sharp angle is kicked at the corner. Over halfway into this power play now, but Halifax seeing some success now just rotating that puck and moving it around in the offensive zone. They're cycling well as they move it back up to the point. Poked away though, and now puck comes all the way back into the Hawks zone, so bit of a momentum killer there from the Blues, able to get that puck out and get a change off those tired defenders onto the bench. Cross ice pass now as the Hawks work it in. Down low, sent back out to the line. Shot on from the point there, goes wide. Minute to go on this power play as that one's sent back out in front, but just missed the pass there as it got under a stick. Back at the point now, Brown works in with it. Brown with some space, walks in, fires a shot that's off a body. And once again, Bedford going to send this one down. 45 seconds to go on this power play for Halifax. 4:45 to go in the first period, so getting into the later stages of this opening frame here in this one. Bedford still with the 1-0 lead as Halifax sends it out to center. It's going to be fired back down low by Bedford once again here. Killing some time off the clock and now poked away and a chance shorthanded. The shot from a sharp angle. It's going to be squeezed and held on to, and so Halifax getting the big save they need there on the power play though. Not looking to give up chances. Looking to find some of their own here, but not having too much success with 27 seconds to go on the man advantage. Off that face-off now, Halifax in their own zone with it. Time ticking down in the power play though as we've got 15 seconds and counting on this first man advantage for the Hawks. 4 minutes. The double minor was the call, head contact penalty, but not much going on here on this Halifax power play as time expires now, and so back to 5-on-5 we are here at the Centennial. Game remains 1-0, Bedford with the lead. In their own zone, played out to center now, brought back in. Offensive possession for the Blues here, but knocked away. Now here comes Halifax. Gavez up the opposite side. He works it on the right wing. Down low in the corner now, had that puck stripped. Sent out to the line, not be able to kept in though. Stick goes flying there from a Bedford player. Halifax with some time to make a play here, but they turn it over at center. It's picked back up by the Blues now. 3:20 remaining in the first period. Halifax wheeling with this one now, sent over to center where it's turned over. Bedford taking it back in their own end now. Not a lot of space there, and now taken down on the play, but no call. Halifax coach looking for a tripping penalty on that one, but not going to get it here as it's sent back in by the Blues now. They've got it in the corner. Inside, 3 minutes to go now in the first period. Another sharp angle shot. That one's turned aside. That shot opportunity looked really similar to the goal that the Blues scored here early on in the first period, but able to get the save on that one that time. Here comes Halifax. Bringing it up the other way now, pinned up against the boards there. Puck tied up. Sent high enough. One of the Bedford players' helmets, I believe, in the bench there just kind of took a funny bounce and ended up in the Blues bench, but everybody okay there. And so we get another stoppage now, 2.5 minutes to go here in the first period. Face-off one now as Halifax gets it, but it's tied up on the half wall. Some physicality here in the corner. Halifax wins the battle, but now poked out in front and turned away. Bedford able to get that one out. Hawks carrying it back in. Now in the offensive zone, firing a shot, save made there, and rebound cleared. Picked back up by Bedford. Send it out to the point, but just kept in there by Halifax. Now back down low, it's rimmed around the opposite way. Halifax takes it now, making space in the offensive zone. A shot from the point there is turned aside. 1:30 to go in the first period now. Bedford making way with this puck now. Knocked aside though. Takes a bounce up in the air and grabbed back by the Blues. Comes over to McAvoy. Now fired all the way down the ice by Bedford there, as that one's going to go for an icing against the Blues. 1:22 to go here in the first period. It's going to come back down into their zone for an offensive zone draw here for the Hawks. Looking to tie things up late in the first period. They got a chance to do it here in the offensive zone with this face-off. Really an unneeded icing from Bedford there, just giving up an offensive zone draw like that. Nothing you really want to be doing. But it doesn't hurt them as they win the draw and able to get this puck out to center. Rimmed around and fired in by the Blues now as we're inside a minute to go in the first period. Picked up in the corner now, trying to work it through to center. It's knocked away. Halifax grabs that one back now. Lead feed one-on-one, they go away. Dishes it to the front of the net. That one-time pass there, that one's just knocked aside though. A great chance for Halifax here late in the first period, but it's turned away. Once again fired down by Bedford. And that's gonna go for another icing against the Blues here late in the first. Just half a minute on the clock. And once again, face-off's gonna come back down into their zone late in the first period. Face-off one back by Halifax, but taken away by Bedford as they picked that one off. As it was headed back out to the line, now worked back in by Halifax. Pass end across for Gavez. Gavez walks in, fires a shot, sharp angle save made. Puck squeezed and it finds its way through, but whistle went, and so play is stopped. Halifax thought that they tied that game up, but puck only squeaked through after the whistle had went, and so no goal there on the play. Now at the side of the net, they score. Off the face-off, puck just came right down out in front, and Halifax, just like that, has tied this game up at 1 with just 21 seconds to go in the first period. We're back to even now. here at Centennial. Off that draw, Bedford wins it, and they're going to send it down here once again now. Played back out in front, but knocked away off a skate into the corner. 10 seconds to go in the first. Takes a bounce, ends up back at the point. Now one last chance for Bedford maybe as that one's cleared away. Comes down the ice. Halifax is going to have to just fire this one on. It's stick to side, and that will do it for the first. So an early goal from Bedford and a late one from Halifax has us tied up at 1 here after the first period. I'm Luke Fitzner with High Button Sports, and we'll be back to bring you the second period of action here just after this break. And so we are back here on High Button Sports after that exciting first period of play between the Bedford Blues and the Halifax Hawks here at the Centennial Arena. 1-1 after the first period, as you can see up there on our scoreboard. A lot of action there in the first period, but still tied up just as we started in this one. Sent down low on net. It's going to be covered up and held on to there by Bedford as they get a stoppage here in this one. Off the faceoff now, sent back out to the point for Brown. He fires one down low. Battle for it in the corner now. Both teams going hard at this puck. It came back out to the point for Brown again for Halifax. He fires it down low. Gets it again to the line this time. He can't keep it in. Now here comes Bedford the other way. Working it down low. Fires a shot, save made. Rebound comes right out in front, but it's cleared away. Now comes down low on net. Punched aside. And finally covered up by Halifax as they get a stoppage and some action after the whistle here. Team's getting physical. Referee's arm in the air on that play. So we'll see what comes of all that, but a bit of action here. Getting started in the second period, just 40 seconds in. So roughing calls. Looks like going to both sides here, and see if we stay at 5-on-5 after those two offsetting minors. Looks like we will, as teams sending out their 5 guys, and now face-off going to stay in the Halifax zone after they had covered that puck up prior to all the extracurricular activity that went on after the whistle. Now fighting for it on that wall. Bedford able to get it down low. Now right in the corner, both teams jam away at this puck. It comes over behind the net now, cleared aside. Wraparound chance there for Bedford. It's going to be turned aside though. Now lifted back out in front, comes just into the crease, but able to dive on that puck and get us a whistle here. Halifax covering that one up for a stoppage, just over a minute into the second period. Faceoff coming to his left now as that's won by Bedford, but played out by the Hawks. Now comes the center. In the opposite corner. Comes to the line where it's kept in by the Hawks. Now going the opposite way with it. Bedford plays it down. Comes in on net, stick to side. Taken back by the Blues now, working in with some space. Sharp angle shot, save made there. Rebound goes behind the net. Halifax able to clear it to the line, but not out. Kept in there by the Blues. Now pass sent back out in front, but not able to get the shot off. Now they do, as it's played off that rebound, but Halifax takes it away off that block shot, and they'll go the other side now as they bring it in the offensive zone. Sent back out in front, but just turned aside there. A close call for the Hawks here. Still early on in the second, just about 2.5 minutes in. Played back down low by the Hawks. Backhand off the glass. That one's just turned aside as the Bedford grabs it back. Now picked back up by the Hawks as that one's poked away. Bedford's going to grab it at center and move it up into the offensive zone. It's chipped in. At the point, a hard shot on there from Taylor goes wide. Now chipped out by Halifax. It's going to be whistled down as that puck looked like it went out of play. Face-off going to come in the neutral zone as both those players back out of the penalty box after those 2 minor penalties in the first minute of the second period. Get the penalty box door all closed up and back out there and ready to go now as in the neutral zone, puck is dropped. Sent down by Halifax all the way. Have to play it now behind the Bedford net on that puck. Now bringing it the other way, a 2-on-1 chance for the Blues, working up the ice. Walks in, fires a shot, save made, rebound chance, just chipped wide. A perfect pad pass there. Bedford executed very well on the play, getting that big rebound out in front, but just played the rebound wide. Not able to finish on the play. A good chance, though, nonetheless, for the Blues to jump back on top, but we remain tied now. 11:30 to go in the second period. Hit there after the whistle as play was stopped for the offside call. Puck dumped back in by Bedford now. They're in the offensive zone with it. Halifax rims it around though. Going off the wall, Bedford fires a shot on, tipped in front, but into the breadbasket there. Able to make the easy stop on that one. Play is halted here once again with 11 minutes to go in the second period. Game tied up at 1. Once again, that shot fired on and tipped wide. Ends up behind the net though this time. Teams battle for it. Now stuck up on the end boards here as they try to get it free just inside the blue line. Bedford's going to spin and fire that one. Cross ice now picked up by the Hawks. As they brought that one in the offensive zone, it's taken back by the Blues in their own end. Comes to the center line where they fire it back in on net. Save made there and just going to have to cover it up as Bedford players were coming down quickly onto the goaltender there, so able to make the quick save and cover up with 10:20 now to go in the second period. Played behind the net by Halifax off that draw. Now comes out to the line, kept in by Taylor. He fires a shot on, tipped in front, and once again, another strong save there. Able to jump on top of those deflected pucks and keep them out of his net. 10:10 to go in the second period. shot fired on. Once again, deflected. A good show of their tipping skills from Bedford here as they're able to get that puck in now. Played in on net. Bedford celebrating here. Whistle hasn't gone yet. Puck's still loose. And now play stopped as Bedford was sure that was in the back of the net. I'm not sure that it wasn't, to be completely honest there, as it was kicked out by Halifax. Call on the ice seems to be no goal though, so a bit of a confusing situation all around as that puck just very closely, or very close I should say, to crossing the goal line. Either way, play back underway now though as we stay tied at 1. Bedford thought they grabbed the lead there, but we stay tied, and so now wrapping it around from behind the net, puck played into the corner. Off the glass, that one's high and into the netting, so out of play we get another stoppage with 9:39 to go here in the second now. Just about halfway through this game, tied up at 1 still. At the line, a hard shot in there from Bungay. Hits a body and doesn't make it to the net. Halifax the other way now. Bringing it up at the blue line. Going to be whistled down, though. It looked like it was offside of the line there. A bit of a confusing zone entry. Bodies flying everywhere as they tried to move that one back into the offensive zone. So whistle is blown, and we get a stoppage now. Neutral zone face-off coming up for these two teams is tied up off the draw. Bedford looking to come away with it, though, as they fire that one cross ice. Picked off there now on the clearing attempt, and Halifax going to work it in. The backhand try, that one just goes wide. A good chance, though, on the turnover from the Hawks. Unable to capitalize, though, as it comes back out to center now. Played back into the Bedford zone. Now it goes down the other way. Icing going to be waved off on the play. Hawks able to get there in time. It's played behind the net now, tied up. On the wall. Now comes to the blue line, spinning and firing a shot. Easy glove save there made. Puck held on to and whistle blown. We get another stoppage with 8.5 minutes to go now in the second. Puck rimmed around off that face-off. Halifax looking to pick it up and get it out, but unable to there. As it's sent back out in front now, a chance for Bedford as they get that one at the side of the net. Played back out to the half wall by the Hawks, and now they take it in their own zone, looking to move this one up through the middle. Now played in the offensive zone. Working in with a shot there. That one just goes wide. Bedford now bringing it up the other way with some speed, working in a lone shot. That one just goes wide on the glove side. Great chance for the Blues there after they break away. Just fired it wide though on the glove side, looking to pick the top corner, but unable to find it. And so puck stays out. We stay tied at 1 as we cross the halfway mark of this second period. 7:30 remaining in the middle frame here. Puck comes at the side of the net now. Bedford able to get that one and cover up. Easy save there to get us a whistle. Chance now from Halifax. That one's backhanded just wide off the face-off. Bedford up the other way. Comes in front of the Blues bench. Halifax carries into the offensive zone. Now from a sharp angle. That one's sent back out in front, but turned away. Puck drifts in on net now, and Halifax netminder able to cover that one up for a stoppage with Just inside 7 minutes to go here in the second period now. Off the draw, Halifax takes it down low in the slot, able to clear this one out of the zone. Fired back in by the Blues. Going to be offside there, though, if they'd touch up, so they'll clear it out of the zone and get back through to center. Taken back by the Hawks, now working in with some space. A breakaway pass, but just in too far on net. Bedford's netminder able to get the glove on that one as that was played just in too deep onto him. So Halifax not able to get the shot attempt off there, but a good chance there either way. Off that face-off, Bedford grabs it down low in their own zone, looking to clear. Blues able to grab it now on the wall. Not able to move it up the ice, though, as now comes in front of Halifax's bench. Working it into 2-on-1 chance now, feeds it to the front of the net. The shot blocked in front there. Nice chance for the Blues, but it was blocked on the shot attempt, and now comes back out to the side of the net where another shot spinning and firing that one just wide. Picked back up by the Hawks now as they work this one in. Firing a shot on there. That one just goes wide. Now brought the other way. Halifax lifting it high. Back into the offensive zone. Now played back out to the point. Bedford on the offense as Neal fires that one into the zone. Shot from the line goes wide. Bedford with the chance there, but couldn't quite get it off the ice and on target. So puck goes into the corner where it's picked up by the Hawks now as they try to move it out. It's almost turned over now as Halifax under some pressure trying to move this to center. They get it there, but Bedford taking it back. Goes off the boards now and down the ice. Now fired down by Halifax, but it's knocked out of the air and kept in the neutral zone. Bedford on it as they go D to D. Now in the corner, big hit there as Bedford player on the receiving end of that one. Halifax taking it back in the offensive zone, spinning with this one. Now fired all the way down the ice by the Blues, and so that will go for an icing against them. And with 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Now game still tied up at one, a close one here in this provincial qualifying matchup between the Halifax Hawks and Bedford Blues here on High Button Sports. I'm Luke Fitzner bringing you the call today. Very close one so far, though, as both these teams battle for a chance to play in their league provincials. Brought back the other way by Halifax. Backhand pass going D to D now out the center for Bedford. That one goes off the boards now, played down in the zone. Halifax picking it up in their own end. Poked away from him there, now sent back the other way by Bedford. Knocked out of the air. Pass broken up. Now picked back up by the Blues in the offensive zone. Sent to the point now. Here comes Halifax the other way with a chance. Got to be quick here as two Bedford defenders coming off the bench, able to break that play up. Now stolen back by Halifax as they work it in with some space. Works in, fires a shot. Save made there, though. A nice stop to keep this game tied up at one. It's Pino who plays it back down low now. centering pass by the Blues this time, as that one's just fired wide on the glove side. 2:50 to go in the period. Comes out to center for Bedford here. Goes across to Taylor. Now taking a pass to the blue line, but just in a bit early there, so they're going to have to regroup here as they don't want to be offside. Now played in the offensive zone, they'll take it. Works it through. Decides to keep this puck now. Quick wraparound chance is turned aside. Dumped in by the Hawks as they'll get a change off now with 2:18 to go in the period. Now a sharp angle shot, and somehow it finds its way into the back of the net. Not even really much of a good chance there, as it was just fired on from the goal line almost, but it found its way through to beat the Bedford netminder, and somehow, some way, the Halifax Hawks jump on top 2-1 here late in the second period. No idea how that was able to find its way into the back of the net. Just took a crazy, almost bounce there. Just found a tiny little hole, I guess is a better way to put it, as just worked its way into the back of the net. Halifax with the celebration there, as Bedford wasn't even really sure what was going on. But either way, the Hawks leading it 2-1 now. 2 late goals in each of the first 2 periods in this game so far for Halifax. They've struck in the final minutes of the period now, as Bedford works it in with a shot, but an easy save made there. Hanging on to that puck with 1:44 to go in the second. So now all of a sudden Bedford trailing here in this game for the first time. Sharp angle shot there from Bedford. That one just flies wide though. Now taking it centers, they fire that one back around. Bedford carrying into the zone. Working in with some space now. Pass just missed there though, as it was left behind him. Halifax wheeling it back out now to center. Shot fired on, was blocked. Backhand, try to get it through. Now is Bedford able to get this one all the way down the ice? Will it go for icing? And no, as it's waved off now. A minute to go here in the second period. Halifax with a 2-1 lead here late in this middle frame. Pass across now. Brought back into the offensive zone for the Blues as they get that one to the corner. Halifax with 2 kind of fluky goals tonight is not very conventional shot attempts, but they get them in the back of the net just from sharp angles, kind of, as they fire the puck on, and you know, good things will always happen when you put the puck on net. And so as that one's fired on by them once again there at the side of the net. Easy save made there though that time. Bedford at the line, turned it over. Now picked back up by the Hawks here as time winds down in the second period. 15 seconds to go on the clock here. Played in the corner. Bedford one last chance to get it out maybe and look to tie this thing up before we head to the third. 3 seconds on the clock now as Halifax will take it back, and that will do it for the second. Buzzer goes. So these teams are going to head off. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to bring you the third period of action here on High Button Sports. I'm Luke Fitzner on the call here. Halifax leading Bedford 2-1 after 2 periods. We'll be back to bring you the third just after this. And welcome back, everybody, for the third period of action now between the Halifax Hawks and the Bedford Blues here at the Centennial Arena on High Button Sports. I'm Luke Fitzner, bringing you the call for the final period of play now in this one. Halifax with a 2-1 lead after 2 periods, so we're back for the final 15 minutes now as we see how this one closes out. Getting set for this opening face-off with the third now. Teams line up and puck is dropped. We're back underway. After a bit of a break there, right back to the action now. Halifax with that late goal from a sharp angle. This kind of found its way into the back of the net and stands the difference right now as they lead by 1. Now here in the third period. Bringing it back in the offensive zone now. Off the rush, slides a pass across now to center of the shot. They score! 24 seconds into the third period, and Halifax just doubled their lead now. It's 3-1 Hawks. So a bit more breathing room here for Halifax now, as we still just kind of getting settled into this third period. They lead now 3-1 after that quick goal. A nice pass across. Don't sleep on the assist there, as perfect feed to find him right in the slot and able to bury just under the blocker there. A nice goal for them. And leading by 2 now with a bit of a insurance, I guess I could say, here in the third period for Halifax. So now it's carried back into the zone by the Hawks, spinning back with that one. Rimmed around the boards. Now picked up off that one. Sent back out in front, but disrupted there. A nice defensive stick from the Blues. Able to get this one out to center. Now worked in by Halifax once again with some momentum. Now here's that one sent out in front and just missed the pass on the back door. Fired on once again, but that one's off a body and wide. Porter keeps the line. Now the other way, picked up by Bedford. Sent on net and easily gloved there as we get another stoppage. 1:53 into the third period here. Bedford facing a 2-goal deficit now. Played back down low now off that face-off by Bedford. In the offensive zone, but now comes up with a point for McAvoy. He's chasing after this one now as the Blues look to grab it in their own zone. Up on the end wall, Halifax steals it away. Centering pass now works in, fires a shot there. That one just is lifted high. Stays in play though as it's off the glass. Now comes back up to the point. A hard one-time shot there, goes wide. Off the wall and out and out of center is giving chase for this one. Halifax going for it in their own zone. Going to be whistled down though, and looks like it'll be icing against the Blues on that play. Sent down once again. Linesman's arm back up in the air, but waved off as that play is on net. Battle for it now in the corners. Both teams going hard on this puck. Shot on there is blocked. Now it comes to the line where it's played back in by the Blues. Sent out the other way, all the way down the ice by the Hawks this time, and that will be an icing against Halifax. We get a stoppage with 11:35 to go in the third period. Face-off set to come back now in the Hawks zone. Bedford looking to get back to within 1 here as they gave up that early goal to start off the third period. Trailing by 2 in this provincial qualifying game. Halifax pinned up against the boards down low now with this puck in the offensive zone. It comes free. Sent back up to the line now. Hard shot on from the point, goes into the corner and around. Picked up and sent down now by Halifax as they bring it back to the neutral zone, working in the offensive zone. Pass across, keeping possession now. Decides not to shoot, works it down low now. Pass back out in front of the backhand, didn't get through. To the point. Dishing that one off, now trying to get it back. Bedford spins and fires it out. Lead feed up now for Neal. Neal's gonna work it through. Sent out into the slot, and we're gonna see a penalty call here as a Bedford player goes down. We're gonna see charging call, I believe they're going against Halifax here. Not a ton of penalties so far in this one. But there's an important power play now coming up for Bedford. 2-minute minor to call. So 120 seconds here. Power play time for the Blues as they look to get back to within 1 goal in this one. It's sent out to the point, now kept in. Works at the line, finds a seam pass there and just couldn't quite get the shot off. Now tied up down low behind the net. Bedford comes away with it. Spinning now, works to the front of the net, the shot, the save made there, and we get a whistle. 9:44 to go in the third now. Face-off won by Bedford once again. At the line, shot fired on there, pulled out of the air, and we get another stoppage. Sent down the ice by Halifax here, so they get a clear on the penalty kill. Play whistle down though there. Puck took a bit of a bounce and looks like it's stuck in the boards now at the Zamboni door. Not something you see every day. See if we can get an angle on that, but just a weird situation all around. Just stuck in the Zamboni door there. Play back underway now as we're in the neutral zone for a face-off. Won by Bedford now and carried out back in the offensive zone for them. Bit of momentum here recently as they're on the power play for another 1:05. Back to the point. Taking it at the line now, shot fired on, easy save made there, and once again swallowed up for a whistle with 9:08 to go. Now comes out to the line off the face-off. Bedford with a strong power play so far here as they fire that shot on. Dribbles down low now, eventually finds its way on net. Puck still loose there. As a bit of a battle for it down low. Shot fired on there. Goaltender without a stick here for Halifax. It's pretty far away too, it kind of in the face-off dot there, as you can see on the far side. We'll be looking to get that back as soon as possible. Now skates out as he gets the chance. Now brought back down by Bedford, looking to clear through with some space. Pass across the shot, they score. 8:22 to go now, and Bedford has pulled themselves back to within 1. So once again in a 1-goal game here, Bedford with the goal there on the power play, able to capitalize on that. Now puck fired back down to the zone by Halifax here with 8:13 on the clock. 3-2 the Halifax lead now as Bedford just scored there. Now shot from the point deflected off the glass into the corner. Now ribbed around the boards. Halifax defenseman there to meet that puck and play it back down low now in the corner. It's picked up. Firing that one into the slot. Now sharp angle shot goes wide. Just couldn't quite get the angle on it to find its way to the net. Thompson fires one off from the points off a stick, but finds his man on the side of the net and tries to center that one, but it's knocked away. And now Bedford takes it up the other side. Brought in the zone and dumped in now. Pino's going to come off after the dump and change play there. Puck now in the Halifax zone as we're over halfway through this third period. Bedford looking for that tying goal now as they're back to within 1. Now Halifax working it back in the offensive zone now as they're not giving up on the offensive side of things. Only up a goal now, so looking to maybe put themselves back with a bit more of a cushion here in the third period as we're inside 7 minutes to go. Puck comes now to the slot for the Hawks as that one's on the backhand try, finds its way through. Turned aside though as that one played in the corner now, back in the slot for the Hawks off that turnover. On the backhand they grab it, now going down low behind the net. Sent down by Bedford and looks like this will be icing against the Blues as linesman's arm in the air. Play whistle down, 6:04 to go in the third period now, so time running thin for the Blues here, who look to tie this game up in the provincial qualifiers. Their first game, Halifax already 1-0 so far though. Looking to jump to 2-0 after a third place regular season finish. Stopped up at the line by McKenzie now, but worked out the other way by Bedford off that turnover. Brought down low. Comes behind the net. Halifax picks it up in their own end now. Looking to clear. Centering passes. They try to go one-on-one there, but just in the stick, or in the skates rather. Not able to receive that cleanly, so it drifts back down low in the zone with 5.5 to go. Clock just keeps on running here for Bedford as they look to get back into this one, but not a lot of time at all, as this period's gone by very quickly. Just 5 minutes to go now. Halifax working it up the ice now, picked off at center there. A good chance for the Blues, but just couldn't quite get a handle on it. Now brought back in, firing a shot. That one's wide on the glove side off a body maybe there, as it took a deflection before it got to the net. Now picked up the other way. Halifax on the backhand, right wing, tries to play that one out in front, but knocked aside. Comes to the point. Shot fired on there, tipped in front, but goes wide. Might have got a bit of the pad there at the Bedford netminder, but ended up going wide of the net. Picked back up by Halifax in the slot now. Shot made, save. That one comes to the side of the net. A good chance there, and it's in. Awful bounce there for Bedford, but for Halifax, they'll take whatever they can get here as they're back on top by 2 now with 4:26 to go in the third period. Not quite sure what happened there, really. I mean, puck was just kind of stuck at the side of the net and then came back out in the slot, and just chipping away at it was Halifax and able to find its way through the 5-hole, I believe, and into the back of the net. But they'll celebrate anything they can get here to jump back on top by 2 now with just over 4 minutes to go. Neal grabs it back for Bedford as I'm sure they'll be looking to get the goaltender out not too far from now. Trailing by 2 at this point. Working in now with the shot. That one's knocked aside. Close chance there, though, for Bedford. It's played back out into the slot now. D-to-D pass. Hard hit there on the blue line. Halifax moving the other way, but we're going to see a penalty called now. Interference going to go against Halifax, I presume. So a big penalty and an even bigger power play coming for the Bedford Blues here. 3:55 to go. A 2-minute minor going against the Halifax Hawks, and a chance for them to pull themselves once again back to within a goal here as we're inside the final 4 minutes of play now in the third period. Now working in with the shot there from the Blues off the opening draw on the power play, but it's blocked, and now comes back up to the point. Fed it down low, but just missed the stick. Now worked in, firing a shot on tipped in front, goes wide. Now trying to wrap this one around. Decides not to shoot it, though. Maybe a smart choice as the goaltender was pushing across pretty quickly. Now high shot there is turned aside. Stick down there on the ice, puck in the skates. Now work back up to the point. Walking in, firing a shot there. That one goes wide. A lot of pressure here from Bedford on this power play, but not able to capitalize so far. 1:15 to go on the man advantage. 3:09 remaining in the third period. Bedford trailing by 2. Shot fired on there, but pad save made. Probably looking to get the goaltender out pretty soon here as we're inside 3 minutes now to go. Bedford trailing by 2 here on the power play. Maybe could make it a 6-on-4 for the time being. But not before Halifax sends this one down the ice. So the Hawks clear. Bedford picks it back up in their own zone with 40 seconds to go on the power play. Brought back in the offensive zone now. Knocked down at the blue line there. A hard hit. Played around the boards, but Bedford going to keep it in. Now to the point, McDougall. He sends a pass across. 2:20 remaining. Shot fired on, tipped wide. McDougall once again with this puck now on the half wall. Works it down low, still in possession now. Sends a pass back out in front, the one-time chance. And that puck stays out. How? I don't know. Is a perfect one-time play, a nice feed to send it back out in front from McDougall, but might have just lifted that high. Halifax's netminder might have got a glove on it. Either way, the puck stays out, and with 13 seconds to go on the power play, we've got 2:08 to go in the third. Bedford coach talking to the goaltender, telling him to come a little bit closer, maybe halfway towards the bench. So Bedford just hoping for the face-off win here, which they don't get. So sent all the way back down, played on net, and now forced to cover this one up. Maybe a bit of a quick whistle there as Bedford's goalie was looking to play it out, but either way, with 2 minutes to go now in the third period, offensive zone face-off coming up for Halifax here. 5 seconds to go on the PK for them, so all but back to 5-on-5 as the puck is dropped, and now once again even strength here in the final 2 minutes of this game. Here comes Bedford now, a chance in alone, working on the breakaway. The shot just missed high on the blocker's side. Not much going for them right now is missing on the breakaway. 1:40 to go now. Goaltender to the bench for the Blues, so an empty net down at the other end. Puck sent towards the empty cage. It's not going to be enough, though, as it's taken back, and now here's Halifax. Puck off the post now. Loose behind the net. Halifax looking to put this game away, but it's taken back by the Blues in their own end with 1:24 to go. Worked back up the ice now. A nice feed, touch and go pass, working it up the ice, but knocked away. Now here's Halifax in the neutral zone. Empty net looking at that one, but he can't quite get it in. Now another shot put on, goes wide. Sent down by Bedford's gonna go all the way. And so an icing call coming up for the Blues. Gonna have to put the goaltender Eaton back in the net now as the faceoff comes into their zone with just over a minute to go. 1:03 on the clock officially. Bedford trailing by 2, things not looking great for them. Meanwhile, Halifax just wanting to kill off the final minute of this game and get to 2-0 here in their provincial qualifiers. Off the boards, now brought back in. Goaltender back in the net for Bedford off that defensive zone draw. They had to put him back in there, risk an easy goal for Halifax, so they'll look to get him back to the bench now as soon as they can grab possession in the offensive zone or even in the neutral zone at this point. With 35 seconds to go, they'll have to take some risks here in the final 30. Things not looking great though for the Blues as they get it in the neutral zone. Solid possession, and now we'll see what they do. Is looks like Eaton's just going to stay in his net there. Not much time at all as it's sent back out to center. 15 on the clock. Neal works it in one last time. One shot put on. That one's deflected wide, but it looks like Halifax is going to win it here. 7 seconds on the clock. It's centered one last time. Now a shot from the point puts on. That one goes wide, and as time ticks down, Halifax starts to celebrate, and that will do it. The Hawks jumped to 2-0 here in provincial qualifiers. 4-2 victory for them. Your final score here today on High Button Sports as the team starts to celebrate their win. Meanwhile, Bedford falls to 0-1 so far, so not over for them yet, but going to have to pick it up and play a bit better hockey if they want to find themselves a spot in provincials this year. Teams will have to shake hands here as this game has come to an end. I'm Luke Fitzner here on High Button Sports, bringing you the call today. Halifax takes down Bedford by a final score of 4-2 here at the Centennial Arena. High Button Sports, Halifax Hawks. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Luke Fitzner, and thanks everybody for watching.